The intention of this tutorial is to teach QML and C++. So I'm not going to explain you by module in the Qt or what is used for, like in the website. Instead of this, we are directly diving to one example, simple example, of course, and understanding the components, the connections, the behaviors. So simply, we are going to first create QML application, and later we simply use this QML with the C++, the Qt framework, and there will be a database. With this database from C++, we are going to read some data from this database and show them on the QML site. So what we are going to learn, how to use QML, how to design something with the layouts and connections, how we can create a connection with C++ and QML site, and how we can use like one feature from Qt like a SQL, PostgreSQL with the C++. So let's start. So what is QML? QML is a declarative language. So you can use QML syntax with JavaScript. You can simply create types, objects, visual stuff. And at the same time, you can create a connection with the C++ site and QML site together. So if you have something, some calculation or something to show that you calculate already in C++, then you can simply show it using the signal and slot mechanism. You can simply show whatever you have in the QML site, or vice versa. You can read from something, a text, for example, from QML and send to the C++. There are types in QML. There are, I don't know how many. Rectangle, button, flow, some charts, some pop-up. I have no idea. So for example, you can create types in the QML, like a rectangle. Let's create two rectangles, and you can give property for each rectangle, like a color, height, width, or you can assign animation to this rectangle related type, or you can add a behavior for this rectangle, like you can create a mouse area. That means, for example, when your mouse is on this rectangle, then you can change the second rectangle of the color. For example, when your mouse is on the first rectangle, you can simply change the color of the second rectangle. So you can create a behavior. So you can create behaviors, connections between the types. It is a very flexible language, or also it's quite advanced. Also, you can use like an OpenGL libraries with it that I'm just trying to now, explain in a simple manner. If you use before like a CSS and the web development, it's quite same. The idea is same. So there are types, objects, and you can create a connection, the relationships between these objects. That's it. So now we are going to create an hotel monitoring system, and you see that we will use some layouts, some grid view, column view that Qt provides for us, which makes our life very simple. The design will be really simple. And we are going to create some connections. There will be buttons and there will be pop-up when you clicked one of the grids for the room, and there will be pop-up, and in this pop-up there are some the data to show, and this data will be read by the C++ and from the database. For the first part here now, we focused only QML. The data will be created randomly, probably. We will check, or the hard coded or something. We will check together. So let's dive in now. We need to import libraries. I have just simple main QML, and be careful that I'm using VS Code now, and I already install QML. What is it? Let's check extensions. So if you check QML or Qt, I have this. I think this one. Yeah, I have this extension right now. But that doesn't mean, that this is not the only one. I think there are different extensions. So you need one of them for the QML, for the Qt, for syntax highlighting or other things. So let's first include libraries. We are going to use Qt Quick. I'm going to use like a 2.15. It depends on your Qt. Now I have, I think, 6.18. So 6.18 use 2.15. You need to check from internet. It's not a big deal. Qt Quick, I think I need to use controls for button or this kind of things for clicking events, and import, and Qt Quick for positioning. I need a layouts 2. We have an application window for this is main window, and when you run this application, this is the main window. Let me show you. So if you use this So QML is a declarative language. Right now we are not going to write any C++ code, and we can run this declarative application, the QML binary, like here. So main QML. It will create an empty, I hope, screen. It didn't create it because yeah, we didn't give anything right now. Visible, it should be visible. It is empty. It's normal. It's normal that we didn't see anything. With I use 480 screen, real screen with a resolution. So that's why I choose this width and height the numbers now. But it's up to you, of course. So at the end, we are going to run this application on Raspberry Pi. But for now, you know, to make this simple, I'm going to run quickly everything on this x86, the Ubuntu environment. But at the end, everything will run on the Raspberry Pi and the Jetson Nano or Jetson, the Jetson board. So monitoring, let's say. Now we should see something. You said, yeah, this is empty screen now, monitoring. And we are going to fill up here. So application window now, I should have some images. So I have some images here. I found them on the internet, so it's okay. I'm going to share them anyhow, so don't worry about it now. So first we need a background image. So I'm going to use image type for it. Image means, I mean, you need to show the source. Where is the image? Source, background, JPEG. And anchors is for, you know, to positioning again. But here then I'm going to use it. I'm telling that it should fill the window. So what happens if I don't do this? Let's see. You will understand better. So let's run application again. So now the image is, you know, image is quite big and it, you know, simply it doesn't fit our window. So it's not a good idea. So you can resize your image, your background, your PNGs, JPEGs, whatever you want to use before the application starts. You know, you can do it by hand. I mean, with another application, and you can use in this way because resizing is an expensive operation. Don't do that. But now let's assume this image is big and I want this image fill all the window. So this is the way that we can use anchors fill parent. Now fits the window simply. It's a nice cool image. I am going to give some kind of an opacity because I will put there later a lot of things. So I don't want to, the picture takes the attention. So like a 0.7 or something. Let's check again. Yep, cool. So we will have a list model, the type. We will keep the feature for each room in a list, like a temperature, like a humidity level, or something like the status of the fridge, you know, some kind of, you know, about some data about the room model, let's say. We are going to fill this later. We can leave it like this now. And then we are going to use the column layout type. In the window, there will be 2 columns. So this will make us to use or organize things in a column or a row layout. So there's a column layout type and a row layout type. So simply we need to give an anchors again, anchors fill parent, and for each part we are going to use item type to cover, to wrap the other layouts. Like an item, this is useful because for the layout, for positioning, for layout things, the item is really useful. So you can use layout feature, preferred height. I'm going to give the 80 here. This is for title. So other parts are for the grid view. So there are grids. There are grids for rooms later. So layout fill width true. This is just for positioning. And now we can create a row layout. But okay, that's it's an item. Yeah, we can do it now. It's okay. Row layout. This I want in the center in parents, which is the main. Right now the parent is a, you know, application window now. And I want to give just kind of a spacing around 20 pixel. I need one logo for the title and the title text itself. For the to logo, we are going to use again the image type and anchor center in. I want it in the center again, and again, like maybe, I don't know, I think not in the center because it will stay in the left, right? So let's give ID logo now. First name and source is the, I think if I'm not wrong, hotel logo PNG. Width 60, height like a, let's use 60 again, like a, I don't know, like a square. And okay, probably let's try to check what we are going to see. Yep, this is the logo now, but logo is quite huge. So let's again resize it here. Source to resize it, we are going to use source size type, the parameter width 80, and source size height is again 80. Or it's not 80, it's 60. It's 60. Now let's check again quickly. Yep, it's in the middle right now. I want this logo should somewhere here in the top side. So you will see now how we can manage this with the row layout and using the column layout without giving positions like a default positions or like abstract or absolute positions. We are not going to handle the positions itself. It will be positions automatically, and there will be text which will say, like, you know, I don't know, it's the title, grades, hotel monitoring, I don't know, like a system or something, I have no idea. And like font point size, I don't know, like around maybe 20 or 24. Font can be bold, true. Then color is black. I like black. I'm joking, I don't like black. Let's try again. So this is still in the middle. I said here is 80. The item for this item, it is 80, but it puts automatically, the QML puts this in the middle. It is okay because we didn't put anything more, any other column layout, any other column, any other item in the column now. So I'm going to create another item here, another item. So I'm going to create another item here, and I want this fill all the other parts except this 80. So the first item will stand in the top, and the second item here will fill all the parts. So to do that, with the layout feature again, fill the heights, true, layout, fill probably is a width, true. Right now you cannot see anything because it's empty, so we can maybe create some kind of, to see the example, we can create kind of a rectangle, and width can be a parent width, and height can be, I don't know, let's try quickly, parent height, and color is green or something. Let's check quickly. Yep, so see, I didn't say that this part should stay in the top and this part should stay in the bottom, you know, explicitly. I just said that there is a one item, first item this one, so there is an order, and the second item this one. And I just said that the first item will have 80 height, that is it. And the second item automatically will be positioned. You know, I didn't do anything. So if, for example, if you put here, if you just copy this item and move it somewhere, you know, before this, the first item. So now, as you expect, you will see reverse. So this is the beauty. So don't try to handle the positioning, you know, like by hand or explicitly. Just everything in order, and everything will be more easy. Okay, let's take it back quickly. Now there will be a grid view. So we can remove this rectangle. As I told you, for each room, there will be grid. And on the grid, we will see the room number. And when you click this grid, the specific grid for the specific room, there will be pop-up. And on this, in this pop-up, we will be able to monitor the data, some data from for the room. The data will be come from the database right now. But it depends on you. Can change it now. The database will be handled in the C++ side. We are only reading the data here. We are not writing anything. This makes the things simpler a little bit. So grid view. Okay, let parentheses. So ID, we need to give it kind of an ID because we are going to use probably later some functions inside this. Room grid, anchors, anchor center in. I want it in the center again, in the middle, parent. I need kind of a calculation. Let's make it quickly. So I need to know what is the size of each cell. I'm deciding 160 for the width and 120 for the height. So we need to find how many cells can fit in our window because we know the size already, right? So parent width which is 800. I want to give 20 pixel left and right padding, so which is 20, 20, 40, and 760 divided by 160 because this is the width is cell width. Cell width is 160. This will be width, by the way. So cell width is 160. So this will give, if I multiply by 160 again, this will give the width that we can use for maximum number of cells, you know, that can fit in a one row, which is 4 here probably. So cell height is 120, and model is a room model. Room model is this one. So that means it will use this list later. Now it is empty, but we are creating the grids from this list model. In the list model, there are rooms, room numbers, temperature data, humidity data, some kind of text data that we are going to read from the database later. Then, where were we? Oh, here, room. Okay, model. And we are going to delegate something now, because you can delegate for the grid view. This kind of types has a delegate property. That means you can, for example, create any type for each grid. So we are going to use here the rectangle. So delegate rectangle. So there will be one rectangle for each room. That means, but it is easy to create using grid view. That is why we are going to use the grid view. So we can create a rectangle in a for loop or something, but it's not efficient. You know, these kind of things, don't do this by hand like that, like in the for loop or kind of things. Use grid view, column layout, these kind of types. Then we need to give the width, and this is room, no, not room, room grid, cell width -10, let's say, some kind of a padding again. If we don't like it, we can change it, it is okay. And room grid cell width, no, this is cell height, sorry. It is actually the reverse. Width, height, -10. We can give kind of a radius around 10 pixel again. And well, color is green or something. Okay, that is it. So now if we run this, we will not see anything now, right? Because there is nothing in the list model. So let's fill the list model. This is the right now QML. So we can use JavaScript typed JavaScript syntax, JavaScript notation. So there is a component on complete. That means when the QML is run, this application will run. This code will be called, this part will be called first. So let's, with the for loop, we can simply create like a, from 101, the room number, let's assume, and from like 200 rooms, 199, I don't know, maybe, let's say, I don't know, some number of rooms. And room model, to add something to list, there is an append method simply. And append method, using this syntax, we can simply add whatever we want here now. So room number, it is which is I, the index, the iterator itself, the temperature. We can create something like 20 plus like a math random, I don't know, like to fixed one, to just create a random some numbers, you know. Don't worry about it. So I just copy paste. I couldn't even make copy paste. This is my only job. I'm a software developer, you know, just copy paste. I couldn't even make it correctly. So then the 20, we can change here like a 40. This is humidity, like a 20, I don't know. Like then fridge status, let's assume there is a fridge and we can check the fridge status from this monitoring system. This should be humidity, by the way, humidity, fridge status. And let's assume this is true false. So let's create a true false randomly. This will, if I make this like that, this will create a true false random true false. It's a very, very easy way. Availability, and also we need to know the availability of the room, you know, it's available or not. If it is available, the grid will kind of a green. If it's not available, the different color, like a gray. So maths random again, like the fridge status, you know, it's like true false. Okay, now if I run this, we should see grids. Let's see. Nope, because I made a mistake. 18. Oh yeah, I need to put here like a semicolon. Nope, I didn't see anything. Why? Yeah, interestingly, it doesn't say this is wrong, but this should be width, not width. It's weird. It doesn't say that width is not exist. Or this is the, let me check again. Parent here, item, parent, this one, weird. Let's check again. Yep. Okay, there are some grids, but these are not correct, not correctly positioned. And what is the problem now here? Probably it's because of the position at the width or height or something. Let me check. 100, 120, width. Oh yeah, we didn't give the height. That is why. So if you don't define one of the parameters correctly, it's so hard to understand. So parent, height. Okay. Yep, the grids are here. For each room, there is one grid. We are going to put the numbers now. But there is one thing that I want to show you now. So it is overlapping with the title. This is not a good behavior. So we can simply solve this issue like clip true. Let's try. Yep. Now it's not overlapping. This is what I'm looking for now. Okay, let's continue. Delegate rectangle. So we can put rectangle inside the text. Text, anchors, anchor center. You know, again, we can put everything in the center. Parents, text, room. I need a number now. The number will come from room number. You know, we did already here. We filled the, where is it? The list model here with some data here. I think I should put like this here. So the room number is coming from here. Now room number is here. We can make like a bold, true, which makes the, you know, the text will be bold. Font, we can change the size of the font, point size, like around 16, and we can give it color. So according to the availability, if the availability is true, then the color will be black. If it's not, then color will be white, colorful text. So we are going to also change the color of the each grid according to availability, the true or false. You know, availability, if it is true, it can be black. If it is not, it will be white. White, yes. Then we need to change the color here, which is okay. But I think we can do it now, or we can also give a hovered effect. Like we can use a mouse area type in rectangle. Each rectangle has a mouse area, right? The area of the rectangle. So anchors with like a fill parents, and hover enabled should be yes. The hover enabled is true, yes. On entered means when the mouse is entered or when you touch it or something. The parents hovered. But we need to create kind of an variable for it. Let's do it later. True. If it is exited, like if it exits, then it will be false. To do that, we can use exited yet. And we need a property for it. Simply property. What is it? The hovered. Like a bool or some bool. Yeah, bool is okay. Hovered. As a false default. For the color now, if it is available, let's first, if it's available, and if it is hovered, then it is, I don't know, light green, and green. So let me put like this. So if it is available, the room is available, then this will be called, this will be executed. And if it is not, this will be executed. And this can be a light gray, for example. I just want to give kind of an, you know, like an animation now, gray. So if it is available, it will be green. And if you hover the cell, it will be light green. If you're not, then it's green. And if it is not available, then it will be gray. And if you hover the cell which is not available, then it will be light gray. Okay, let's try this again. Yep. Oh, but this is not, yeah, we made some kind of mistake. What's funny? I want to play it. It's satisfied. I don't know why. I was like, okay. So then let's check the problem. So the availability, hovered, this is correct. Green, light green. Oh, here, made a mistake. This should be false. Because when it is exited, you know, when you exit the cell, it should be false. It stayed true forever. So now, see here, it's a nice effect. So in the next, when we click the room, when we click one of the room, there will be pop-up. And in the pop-up, we are able to see the temperature data, the humidity data, and the like a fridge status data, whatever. It's empty or not, this kind of things. We can play with here more like, I don't know, like we can give kind of border color, and it is again hovered, and then can be blue, and it is, which is not, then if it is not, then like a dark gray or something, gray. Yeah, I also need to give kind of a width border width 1. We can give kind of an animation effect, like a behavior with the behavior type on color, like a color animation, like a duration with the time, for time duration 200 millisecond, and like again with the behavior type on border color for the border. We have a border now probably. Like then color animation again around the duration, same time. I don't know. You can change the numbers here. Is okay. Room number. Let me check the behavior text. I think this is right now okay. So let's take again quickly. Border 84. It's a border. Stupid. Yep. Okay, there are some borders, as you see. It's not bad. I'm not good at designing things, but visually, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Moving nice. Yeah, it's kind of now it's running on a virtual machine. This is a little bit slow. It's okay. Cool. Then now it's time to create the pop-up. So there is a pop-up type for these kind of situations. Pop-up. Just a pop-up. You can create your own pop-up or like with the rectangle. It's also fine. But I mean, yeah, it is there. So room, we can give kind of an idea again. Room details pop-up with like a 340, I don't know, heights like 300. These are like focusing the effects, but you can leave it if you don't like it. You can remove it. It's okay. Like when the pop-up will open, the other sides, the around will be like a gray a little bit, like the opacity will be different. You will see now. The focus is true. And anchors, again, anchor, center in is parent. I want the pop-up stay in the, like simply in the center exactly. Again, we will put like a rectangle here, right? Because it will be rectangle. And I just want to cover everything, all the things with the rectangle. That's my idea. Anchors, I like rectangles, also triangles, but right now rectangles are better. Radius 10, border color. Let's give the kind of border color again. Black. Border width 4. What is it more? Like, okay. Now then there will be image again with the image type, which can be the background image. So the source. Let's make this, and before starting to design all each details of the pop-up, let's try to see if it's working or not. But I want to put something like I don't want to see empty pop-up. Like I want to see just kind of an image. So pop-up. I'm not sure it's a background image. I think if it's not correct, I'm going to copy it anyhow. So let me try first. So anchors again. Fill parent. It will fill the parent, the previous, the type. And fill mode, image, preserve, the crop, I think. So this will, to fill the data, and if there will be the crop according to the aspect. But you can also leave it. I just want to be sure. So I'm going to also give kind of an opacity again, 0.2. There's nothing more now. So let's see that this will work. To that again, we need kind of a function that when we click in this mouse area, when we use onClicked like this, onClicked, we are going to call a function from this room details pop-up. Let's call it a show detail, and it needs a temperature, like a room number, temperature. What is it? What is more? I forget. Temperature, humidity, fridge status, and availability. Okay, humidity, fridge status, and availability. Yep, cool. Let me copy. Okay, I'm a software developer. It's my only job. Copying, pasting. The syntax is like a function, show detail, parentheses, and open. I'm going to use these later. That's why I just leave it now. I mean, for the arguments, but now I'm going to use it later now. So let's try. Expect token 138. Expected token. What do you mean? Oh, function, not a function. Function. Ulaş. Function. Use a pop-up background. It's not exist. Sure, it's okay. It's not the first time that I want to access something and I couldn't. This is a pop-up background. This one, right? Pop-up background. Yeah, my English. Okay. So let's try to click this. Nope, didn't work. It's not a function. Show detail didn't work. Let me check. What did I do? 106. When we call the function room details pop-up, show detail. Yeah, I made a mistake here because I left the function inside of this rectangle. So this should belong to pop-up itself. So just probably this is the problem. Just move it here. So now it belongs, like in the pop-up itself now. So let's correct here the positions. Now it's in the pop-up. Let's try. Yes. So empty pop-up with some nice hotel room in the hotel room. And yeah, well, it's same for all of them now. But in the next, now we are going to see that in the next, according to the room itself, there will be data in it, in this pop-up. Good data. Let's first fill this function. Let's fix the functionality First, now we need to create a property again, like int for the current room number, which will be used for the, the pop-up. When we click a specific grid, the data will be copied here, like -1. Let's define default. This is a real. Let's assume the temperature can be doubled or something. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a good idea int, but let's check. Let's check how it will stay with the comma. A current what is it? Temperature is like a 0.0 property. Real current humidity 0.0 property. Bool current fridge status false property. Bool current availability is false. And okay, I need to copy here all of them. Let me try this. Come on, work. VS Code. I want to copy all of them. Yes, it is working. I don't want to write each of them again. Copy paste. Copying and pasting is my job. Then this will be room number. This will be temperature, if I'm not wrong. Yep. Humidity, but of course it should equal sign, fridge status, and availability. Let's not me forget. Fix these. Humidity. Okay. Cool. Very good. Now we need to show each data which came from this show detail function on the pop-up. The positioning is important here. That's why we are going to use again like a column layout and a row layout together, that like we used before. So in this rectangle, which is a pop-up, right? So create a column layout again, and in this layout, after some time, it will be just like a pattern, right? We will just copy paste again. I like copying pasting, yeah. Anchors, and fill parents again, and we can give kind of a margin like around the 10 pixels, and spacing maybe around the 10 pixels. I don't know. So for each column there will be row layout. For each column there are one picture and one data itself. So for example, for temperature, there will be a temperature logo and a temperature text. So that is why to implement this, we can use row layout. So there's a column layout, and inside this there are row layouts, which makes the positioning easier. Simply spacing 10 pixels again, layout, fill, width true. So the width will be same with the parent, which is the pop-up itself here, but the height will be different. So that's why I'm not writing anything related to the height now, but it will be positioned automatically at the end. So image, and the source is room icon png, width is 24, height is like a 24, like a square again. So this is I'm going to resize with the picture itself, because I didn't care. I just installed them. I just downloaded them from internet. I just found them on the internet. I didn't care. That is why I'm going to give the same pixel size for the source and the image itself. They are this way same. But I'm telling you, don't try this yourself at home, and just in the production code, just resize it before. Don't use these things. It's not nice. So fill mode, image like before, perspective like a crop or fit or something. Like maybe fit is better here. We will not crop. I want it to fit, but we already resized it. But it's okay. Let's leave it now. So text and the temperature now, like a text. But this is, I think this is room icon. This is not for temperature. This is for the title now. So text, room details, like a font. Then this is font size, point size. It can be a little bit bigger, like 18. And the font bold, true, color black. I like black. I don't like it. Then using the same row layout structure, simply we are going to copy paste here everything. Temperature, yeah, let's say temp, and just change like a icon name, temperature icon png. We can keep like a small, like 20. If you are title, you have a 4 pixel more. Yeah, that is life. If you are not title, then you don't have 4 pixel more. Life is not fair. So this will be temperature, and this is now room details pop-up, current, temperature. That is it, actually. Yeah, that's a 16 again, because it's not a title. And yeah, it will not bold. I'm sorry. You're just a temperature. Black, humidity. Yes, good. That is it. And let's copy again this for the humidity. I'm going to type this like a humidity instead of this humidity icon, I hope. And copy again. I hope I didn't make a mistake in one of them, otherwise I have to fix the other one. So too, humidity here. This will be, I hope, fridge status, right? Fridge. Oh yeah, this is not correct, but this should be current humidity, and this should be, I think, stay here. I think that I made some kind of layout. The positioning is not correct now. So what is this? So this one belongs here. I think we don't need this. This one belongs here. This one, column layout. Yep, it is okay now. So this should be current fridge status, and this should be the fridge icon PNG 2020. I think it is okay now. Let's try and see. Yep, cool. So this is the room details, you know, the picture, the temperature, the icon, the humidity icon, and the fridge icon. It's quite small. Yeah, but this is not correct. I need to change the text. I forget to change things. I couldn't even copy paste correctly. Temperature icon, where's the text here? This is temperature is correct. This is humidity. This should be humidity. This is a fridge status, let's say. And we can add kind of like extra button, you know, to close the pop-up. If you click somewhere, it will be closed, but I mean, you can add kind of, we have enough space now, as I see. Close, layout, align. We are going to use like a align now. It's perfectly fine. Align, center. And on clicked, room, details, pop-up, close. That is, we can give like a color is like a black for example, for the fridge status. But like, for example, like this, if it is true, then this can be green. If it is not, then this can be red. Like if it is empty, you know. I don't know why fridge status, why this, I didn't give color, I don't know. Maybe I'm hungry a little bit. It is red. Yeah, I'm hungry. I see now. So the close button is working, by the way. Room 109. That's good. It's not bad, right? Working quite nice. So I think now that is it for now, because simply we have the list here, and list is filled, you know, automatically now, but later this will come from the database. So I just did it because, you know, we can test it now. And I mean, let's run back. And this data is not dynamic now because it's coming from the you know, the QML itself. It is hard coded, and this will be later. This will come from later a database. So when this is active, this data should be updated either. So I'm just imagining now, like there will be one signal, and there will be two connections probably in the QML. But most of this part is actually the QML side here now. The C++ side just will be like a kind of a wrapper to talk with, to read the database actually. We are going to use SQL, PostgreSQL, which is a better one, and which has a asynchronous behavior that we can. In the beginning, we will read the all database, right, to fill up, and later, if there is an update, asynchronous update, then we will handle this. So there is a way that Qt supports this directly, which is good. So I don't see any problem now. So let's try this on Raspberry Pi, see how it looks like. Later, we are going to write the C++ part and play with the database itself. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.